Hello, dear viewers and listeners. Welcome again. I am Dr. Rizwan Ahmad, Head and Associate Professor, University Department of English, Vinoba Bhave University, Hazaribagh, Jharkhand. In my today's video, I am going to talk on John Galsworthy's drama Strife. First of all, let us talk about the modern age, which began in the late 1890s, the age known for anxiety, questioning, and frustration. This age is also known as the decline of Victorian melodrama and the gaining popularity of problem play. Now, what is a problem play? The answer is very simple. It is a play which talks about the problems of the age in which they are written, but they do not show any solution to those problems. The dramatist remains neutral and does not advocate or take side of any party or individual. During the modern age, there was unparalleled industrial progress and prosperity. Another feature of this age was that social and economical upliftment of women started taking place. British drama was greatly influenced by the Norwegian dramatist Henrik Ibsen. Under his influence, social, political, and economic and moral problems began to be discussed in plays. He created a sensation in the literary circles of Europe by publishing in 1879 a play titled A Doll's House. George Bernard Shaw and John Galsworthy were the two great writers of problem plays. Shaw's Getting Married was written on the problems of marriage, whereas his The Doctor's Dilemma deals with the whims and follies of doctors. John Galsworthy was one of the leading figures of England in the first quarter of the 20th century. He was a prolific writer and he wrote poems, plays, novels, and short stories, but his fame chiefly rests on his Forsyte saga and his social tragedies. Though he was born with the proverbial silver spoon in his mouth, but he had a genuine sympathy for the underdogs and the suffering class people. He was born in 1867 in a Victorian mansion, and his father was a practicing solicitor in London. John Galsworthy was a great social reformer, full of humanism. In 1932, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. His first play, The Silver Box, was published in 1906. Strife came in 1909 and Justice in 1910. Now let us come to the drama Strife. The word strife means conflict. The play deals with the conflict between the capitalists and the laborers. The stories of a strike in the Trinartha tin plate works situated on the borders of England and Wales. The action of the play takes place on the 7th of Feb. A strike is going on in the factory for the last 5 months. It is extremely cold and the families of the workers are suffering a lot because of hunger and cold. The company has suffered a loss of pound 50,000. The workers are without coal and food. The two sides had arrived at a compromise, but the strike continues due to the adamant attitude of two men, John Anthony, the chairman of the Trinata Tin Plate Works, and Roberts, the leader of the workers. The drama begins with a meeting of the board of directors of the company. The chairman believes in the policy of no surrender. The other directors feel that they should come to a compromise. Harness, who is a trade union official, meets them. He tells that the union is not supporting the striking workers of this company as some of the demands are excessive. If they withdraw these demands, the union will support them. He tells the board that the workers do not want pity. Instead, they need justice. The workers are on strike without the support of the union because of their firebrand leader, Roberts. Mr. Anthony's daughter, Enid Underwood, appeals to her father to relent and give up the strike. Her maid, Annie, had married Roberts and she is in a miserable condition. She wants to help Annie, but Roberts refuses to take any help from her as she is the daughter of Mr. Anthony, his staunch rival. The families of the workers are penniless and in great distress. Enid appeals to Roberts also to relent, but in vain. Neither the directors nor the workers show the spirit of give and take. The workers are in a mood to surrender, but Roberts appeals to them not to surrender. Annie Roberts dies of cold and hunger. Yes, the wife of Annie Roberts, dies of cold and hunger. The workers now want to make terms with the employers. Anthony remains stubborn. He is voted down in the board and he resigns. Roberts is also disowned by the workers, and Simon Harness, the trade union official, brings about a compromise. The strike is at an end. The losses of the company and the suffering of the workers have been in vain. In this drama, we find the conflict develops at three levels. First, the personal level. Second, at the group level. And the third, the ideological level. At the personal level, the main cause of the conflict is that the two sides are led by men of strong will and determination who refuse to budge an inch from the positions that they have taken up. Each has his own ego and pride. Both are fanatics. Now the second one, the group level, strife is a fight between two classes of people, the rich and the poor. Anthony is fighting to maintain the power and privileges, the position and wealth of the capitalist class. Roberts represents the labor class. He looks at the strike as a part of the struggle of the working class against the monster of capitalism, which has been sucking their blood since times immemorial. Now the third kind of struggle or strife is at the ideological level. That is, it is the struggle between the capitalists and the liberal class people, the rich and the poor. In a social tragedy, all the action is on the human plane. Fate plays no role in it. Unlike the Greek dramas, in a social tragedy, there is no hero and no villain like in Shakespearean dramas. There are commonplace characters of whom there are thousands in every modern city. Thus, Strife is a realistic play. Galsworthy was a minute observer of life and he has based this play on his observations of the industrial life around him. In Strife, Galsworthy has followed the three unities of time, place, and action. The unity of time is adhered to because the action of the play takes place between noon and 6 p.m. on the same day. It observes the unity of place because the scenes are all laid in places which are close to one another. And the unity of action is also maintained. As the play has one plot, the drama has three acts. The problem plays discuss the problem very realistically. They are essentially a drama of ideas. Galsworthy says the perfect dramatist rounds up his characters and facts within the ring fence of a dominant idea. They are essentially dramatists regard these plays as vehicle for dissemination of ideas. They use it as a medium for propaganda and reform. The drama Strife testifies all these qualities. At last, I would like to end this video of mine with the lines of Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you very much for watching my video.